So right now I'm getting ready to go out to my hive and pull a couple frames out, and I'll tell you why. So a few days ago I did an inspection, and it was my 4th inspection, and then during the inspection I noticed that the bees were storing a ton of honey in the brood frames, which is problematic because one, if they remove all the space for the queen to lay any new eggs, then we won't have new babies, and the life cycle of the bee is like around 40 days. So we have to kind of get in there and make some moves pretty quickly so that way the queen doesn't run out of room to lay. She slows down laying when there's not a lot of room for her. This is crazy because typically first-year beekeepers don't get honey, but it looks like after only 2 months of me having this hive that we're gonna harvest some honey today. So getting my suit on, gonna get the smoker going, and we're gonna get in there and pull out the frames that have the most honey. Probably gonna take 2 or 3, and I have 8 frames in there. So we're still gonna leave them some honey, but right now they don't need it. It's May, the middle of May, and they don't need honey stores until wintertime. And so I have a few frames right here that I've put wax on, the foundation. And so I'm gonna replace the ones that I take out with these empty ones and hopefully encourage the bees to build up the comb on these new frames so that way the queen can start laying again, because she can lay 1,000 eggs a day, and right now she cannot do that. So she's slowing down. The other reason that's problematic is because if she's slowing down, the nurse bees and everyone trying to essentially cater to the queen, they're gonna start making supersedure cells and they'll replace her. So we have to look out for that too in this time frame, because obviously she's not laying, or if she is laying, it's very few eggs. So we have to look out for supersedure cells, because they're gonna start thinking, oh, she's not a good queen, when in reality they've just stored so much honey. So let's go. So right now it's kind of busy over at the hive, but we just gotta get in there, do our thing, and get out. So I have a ice chest over here because harvesting honey is going to get messy, and trying to get all the bees off of these frames is gonna be an issue. So we're gonna shake them off, and I have a brush that I'm gonna brush off any stragglers, and then I'm gonna try to put it in the ice chest and then close it so that the bees stay off of it. But look at this, there's so much activity right now. I almost don't want to go in, but I think we have to. All right, so I just finished, literally sweating, but let's look at this. Now, these aren't full frames of honey, but we do have honey on here. Oh, see, I knew I had a straggler. She's crawling around over here. Here she is, just one little straggler. This frame is so amazing. Look at all of that. That is bee bread. Super nutritious, even for humans to eat, but they make all of that. And we get to harvest this because we are obviously running out of room for the queen to lay. So I ended up taking 3 just because they were insane, but look at this one. Whoo! So good.